The IMF forecast growth this year and next year at 3.9%, which is more than the 3.7% that you may have heard about back in October. It's clearly a pickup in our projection, and we maintain it this year and next. The momentum has been driven by stronger investment and a rebound in trade. It is broad-based, and it involves the US, Europe, Japan, China, as well as many other emerging and developing countries, yet not all. So overall, the near-term prospect for the global economy continues to be bright. At the same time, while the sun is shining, not today in Washington, but usually, while the sun is shining, we are seeing more clouds accumulating on the horizon than we did back in October.
So protectionist actions started by the U.S. have intensified tension with its trading partners, including especially China. We've seen tariffs on steel and aluminum and proposed tariffs on Chinese products, restrictions on investment. How would this impact the global economy?
The actual impact on growth is not very substantial when you measure in terms of GDP. We're talking about decimals in most cases. What is more important is something that is difficult to measure in the short term, and that has to do with the erosion of confidence. When investors do not know under what terms they will be trading, when they don't know how to organize their supply chain, they are reluctant on investing. And as I told you in the very beginning, growth is currently being driven by more investment than we had seen in the previous years and more trade. So why damage those two engines that are effectively working for growth?
I just wondered, was there anything that you could think of that Donald Trump is doing right?
You know, let's just focus on one in particular, because you started with that one. The corporate tax reform. This is a reform that we have advocated, recommended, encouraged, and that we are very pleased to see happening. You know, for the US corporate tax rate to come back to the OECD average, for simplification to happen, in order to encourage enterprises to operate, this is something that we are very, very supportive of. On the other hand, what we are also saying is that in order to deal with entitlement, the United States should take advantage of the current upswing, because as you will have noted, we have upgraded quite significantly our forecast this year and next year for the United States, given the measures that have been taken. So taking advantage of this upswing, we believe that the United States should try to reduce its deficit and should try to move its debt downward rather than upward.